Good morning and welcome again to our daily thought. The heading to my little thought today is Church is very important. I'd like you to read Genesis chapter 28 and verses 16 to 22. Church is very important. Well, we don't hear that much today, you might say. We're living in a day when attending your local church is said not to be so important. The Lord's Day has become a day of doing what you want to do. Sadly, we see churches that close their gospel services. How can you close a gospel service? How can you stop preaching the good news and welcome people in to come to the foot of the cross? Close their gospel services, close their Sunday schools, close their prayer meetings. Very often the excuse is we want to spend more time with our families. Can I tell you, friends, this morning, I want to spend more time with Jesus. But what does the Bible say? It says, it's the Lord's day, not yours. What a sad witness these so-called churches are that close. The world is opened on a Sunday and the so-called church is closed, even though the Bible tells us that we should be gathering together even more as we see the day approaching. What day? The day of the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. I want to tell you this morning with great joy that Jesus is coming soon. Are you going to be loyal or are you going to be lost when he comes? I love Sundays and look forward to them each week. People say, oh, but it's a busy day. Absolutely, it's a busy day. Thank God it's a busy day. Sunday morning around the communion table and around his word. Sunday afternoon as we see hundreds of children gather together to hear about Jesus. And then the gospel service as we see men and women and boys and girls finding the Jesus who transforms their life. Being in church, friends, is vital for a Christian experience. Although God is everywhere, he has established special places dedicated to him where people are blessed. In the Old Testament, there was the tabernacle and later the temple. In the New Testament, Jesus instituted the communion, and it is stated that we are not to forget the assembling of ourselves together. Hebrews 10 and 25. The importance of being in church is dramatically illustrated here in Jacob's experience, friends. As Jacob slept in the wilderness, he dreamt of a ladder into heaven. When he awoke, what he says reveals what being in church should be. He said that God was in that place. Verse 16. It was the place of God's power. How dreadful, or how awesome is this place. Verse 17. We meet together to worship God. This is the response of the human soul to the grandeur of God. It is the reality that enables us to understand that the Lord has power to meet every need we may have. It was the place where Jacob sensed God's presence, the house of God. Verse 17, whether our usual place of worship, friends, is in a cathedral or in a church or in a chapel or in a mission hall, it's got to be a place where we experience God's presence. And as long as we experience God's presence there and in the fellowship with other Christians and experience the peace of God in our lives, it is the place of God's blessing. This is the gate of heaven, verse 17. The local church has a vital part to play in our lives, for it is there we find strength and comfort, and there we make our public commitment and public witness to Christ, that others may come and join us and find true relationship with Christ. Oh, it's exciting to be part of the Church of Jesus Christ. May God bless each one of you. Please don't miss tomorrow morning. Another great message for the day. God bless you.